Ladies and gentlemen, this is JoeJinMovieSoAwesome. I'm Joe.
I'm Won-Jin.
Today we're going to talk about Season 3, Episode 8, the finale of The Boys. So what'd you think, Won-Jin? How was it?
I was expecting, like we put it on the title here.
Yeah.
I was expecting more characters to die. But surprisingly, we didn't see too many characters die.
You know what I think it is? Like two things. One is part of it is I think the creators maybe felt a little guilty about being so obscene and murderous during the prior episodes.
Thinking, okay, maybe we should tone it down.
Yeah. That may be part of it, or it could be. I think I think they definitely wanted to surprise us, but one of the things that I felt like the finale was wonderful. By the way, I loved all of it, most of it. But maybe I felt like they did the twist thing too much. Like it was perfect up to like episode 7, and then we kind of expected like that would pay off. But I mean, it did pay off. But I just think a lot of people didn't expect this kind of thing. But I did like.
Oh, by the way, spoiler alert!
Oh yeah,
major spoilers coming.
I did like Maeve being the hero, though.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah, so we got to give a lot of props to Maeve for being such a badass in this episode. It gave me a lot of the Charlize Theron Furiosa vibe from Mad Max Fury Road.
Oh, yeah. And then she duels Homelander and actually punches him in the nose and makes him bleed.
Wow, yeah. And the satisfaction in her face after seeing him bleed.
Yeah, I wish they had more like lines to like make us prepare for that though. Like a Rambo line where the will is everything, training is nothing. So
that's the Batman Begins line.
Yeah, because it was kind of unexpected. I mean, I wasn't like unhappy about it, but from my understanding so far, like Homelander is basically Superman. Yeah. And we were surprised that he got bruised, but I guess Wonder Woman could hurt Superman. So I mean that was just a little thing, but it was good, and I loved how like Homelander gouged her eyes out, like because they pretend to fight like it's a boxing thing, and then as it goes by, it just becomes...
you can tell that first Homelander tries to just like dismiss Maeve, and he's trying to just like shake her away, but as she continues to battle on, you can tell that he's beginning to get frustrated, and you can tell that it just like a child's fight. It starts with a banter, and then it's just a little shove, and then it gets a little more brutal and serious, just like that. He just like gets his finger on one of her eyes. I was thinking that maybe she was gonna lose both her eyes, just like what we saw in Game of Thrones.
One thing that I was confused about was her bracelets, though.
Oh yeah,
it deflected his laser. I was like, isn't that a prop? Like that's not like a Wonder Woman's like legendary gauntlets or something. So that was a little confusing. But it's just a little hiccup. But overall, I did like the emotional ending. Yeah. But what I really loved was Starlight becoming Super Saiyan. No, because like I'm gonna jump ahead a little. After seeing that scene, think like walk along with me, like Won-Jin. Imagine her absorbing the energy of an entire city and fighting like Homelander in the air. Like if there's a season 4, I want her to even go more OP, like where she just. Like she and Homelander are flying around, right? But wherever she flies, it blacks out under her. The city blacks out, and she just absorbs all the power,
the energy.
Yeah, so she's like an Electro Superwoman hybrid.
So I'm thinking maybe in the next season or in future seasons, she's gonna be fighting somewhere near like a nuclear power plant.
Yeah.
She's gonna get all that power.
Oh yeah, I definitely want that because remember like. What was surprising was Homelander is just still so strong. Like despite, and then this episode was really good because I think they kind of expected the audience to wait for a Superman v Batman moment. But I like Homelander playing the psychological game. He played the. He's actually brutally cunning. Remember we talked about this last time. He has animal cunning,
although he doesn't have like a long-term vision for his plans. But he is cunning. And we gotta wave our goodbye to Noir.
Man, I was gonna save that one. I'm gonna be honest. I get it. It was a good surprise, but I don't know. Like, I didn't like it. I honestly it was kind of underwhelming. But like thinking back now, I guess we should have expected because like it's a twist thing. Because we expect him to do some heroic moments, but
I didn't even expect like a heroic moment. I just wanted him to face Soldier Boy again, but that moment never came.
I guess it's a twist, and this show you don't get happy endings unless you're one of the boys who seems unable to die at this point some reason. So no, but that also raises the question. I don't know his capabilities though. Maybe he survived. This show remember in Stormfront in season 2? But I guess Homelander said he killed him.
Well.
Yeah. No, but I liked how that leads to the hypocrisy scene where Homelander is admonishing A-Train, how could you kill one of us in cold blood? And A-Train looks at the Black Noir helmet and what the fuck? Like, you did it. So and then it also mirrors like Soldier Boy's hypocrisy because that line he says to Homelander, I wish I was there for you so that you wouldn't turn into this like attention-grabbing whore. While he can't stop talking about all his movies and the stars he had sex with.
And what's even funnier is before that we see that scene, we see like a conversation between Butcher and Soldier Boy. And Soldier Boy talks about his past and about his own father and how he had always been disappointed at him. And if you think about it, he says the exact same thing to Homelander. You are a fucking disappointment.
No, so that's like one of the things where the pain is being passed down to the child. Because you could argue that Soldier Boy is being spiteful because he's incapable because of his father being like that to him. He's also incapable of that. But what's amazing about Homelander is his scenes with Ryan, I was completely sold by.
Yes, exactly. I was thinking, oh my God, he can actually be a pretty decent father for Ryan. The way he handles like all the emotional turmoil that Ryan is going through. You can tell that it's not just he's not just saying all those things just to to comfort him, but you can truly feel that he's talking about things that he experienced himself.
Yeah, except they're talking about fucked up things. Yeah, we're super people, so we sometimes kill people.
Yeah,
it's okay, son.
Accidents. That's what they are.
No, but the funny thing is, if you think about it, I'm sorry, Homelander, but season 1 and season 2, your mortalities are not accidents. It's just like self-justified
like straight up murder.
Yeah, straight up murder. Yeah, you sure flew on an airplane and killed a senator that was trying to blackmail a company. Oh yeah, you killed your handler by eyeballing her lasers out. Yeah, that's accident. You made a doppelganger of yourself to have sex with or whatever, and then you bring it back. Yeah, explain that to Ryan. No, but he came at the perfect moment though to Ryan when Ryan was. Remember that because Ryan was throwing the baseball, right? Remember in season 1 he was also doing that in the fake cabin.
Yeah,
you could tell that's the loneliness thing because you're supposed to play catch with your dad.
Your father,
yeah. So that mirrors that perfectly, and he just came at the right moment for Ryan, and this is kind of on Butcher because if Butcher wasn't so mean. Ryan could have at least, explained resisted it.
Yeah.
And that was sad. And if we're gonna let's talk about the conclusion. The conclusion made me forgive everything though. That sick scene.
Like the moment where this the guy in the yellow T-shirt, the one who supports Starlight, one of Starlight's supporters, he throws something at Ryan. And hits him in the face, but we have a deja vu because I think it was the first season.
No, it was season 2 when
Homelander gets flipped off by one of a war veteran.
Yeah, that's
and he fantasizes about lasering and killing them all, massacring the crowd. But this time he actually does it. He kills the guy on the scene. And I think Homelander himself was also quite surprised.
Yeah.
But then the reaction of his supporters was like, yeah, fuck yeah, that's how America does it.
Yeah.
And because of that cheer, Ryan, you can tell that he did not exactly know how to react to this. But after hearing the cheer, you can see that smile. Yeah, that
there's
smile.
elation. Like, that's a danger sign, though. Because, like, you were saying it's okay to kill people if they disagree with you.
So now he knows that such behaviors are endorsed by people around you.
Yeah, that's a dangerous thing. And I mean, I think Stormfront gets all her dreams come true. Like, why she off herself? This is like becoming a reality. And that was good. But I do think I think the creators had a lot of like season 4 on their mind when they were planning the finale, because I felt like season 2 was more self-contained. Like, we couldn't like predict anything in season 3, but here with Maeve surviving, with Soldier Boy even surviving, we kind of expect something like a chaos coming in season 4. We just don't know yet.
And in the battle between the boys and Homelander and Soldier Boy, we see Ryan's power. He uses the same laser that his father has, but you can tell that it's more powerful because with that single blast, Soldier Boy gets completely like thrown away just by getting hit by the laser this time.
Yeah, maybe if he turns out to be a teenager, like maybe he'll start cutting off people. Yeah. Look, Homelander's is still pretty strong too. But I like that scene where Homelander and Butcher shoots like Soldier Boy with the laser.
Yeah, like that moment of temporary alliance. Like, you hit my kid. The fuck?
And they look at
look at each other
very awkwardly, like, what the fuck? Oh my god. Oh, but I did like the episode up to that moment. Like, 'cause there was just so much thing up in the air. Like, we didn't know what was going to happen. Was there alliance? But like we said, like, Soldier Boy, like a true narcissist. You know, because if you're a narcissist, this reminded me a lot of Succession. Because if you're a narcissist, you're always going to be disappointed by your children. Because you're better than them. And they just, you can't match the reality, like, of the expectations, right?
Yeah.
But Homelander is definitely, I don't know about being an upgrade in terms of superpower, but he's an upgrade in terms of being a dad. At least he's like, I'm sorry, Ryan. Like, he apologized to his son a lot. That's like a millennial stuff going on.
Yeah, you can really tell that he loves him.
Yeah, you can tell, like, in Soldier Boy's days, his father never apologized to him once. I birthed you, kid, and you're a disappointment. End of story.
You took a shortcut. You're not a real man.
Yeah, and here Homelander is just so patient with Ryan, so understanding.
And I really liked the dialogue between Homelander and Soldier Boy. It was pretty emotional up until the point when Soldier Boy uses the word weak. And I love how the scene was composed. Because the moment he uses that word, we can see like a smirk on Butcher and Maeve's face. They know what the fuck's gonna what is about to happen when they use that word to Homelander.
No, but it's also a very good dialogue because it also mirrors how Soldier Boy and Homelander are very similar. Because remember, like in the scene prior when Ashley, A-Train, and Deep was gathering and they said they have to run away, Homelander keeps saying we have to project strength. There's a certain like the dominance thing going on there where like everything is considered a weakness. And look at like Homelander, he's paranoid as fuck. And then I love his line, Noir was worth every one of you combined. I fucking killed him. End of story. Let's go. It's like a true it's like that's like an emperor speak, you know, because like I get to kill you. But
I don't even need you guys.
Yeah. And I don't know though. Like one thing that scene really like hurt me was that A-Train scene with his brother. That was like unexpected a little for me, and it was like I think like maybe in season 4 they will like make peace with each other too, you know, because it was emotionally hard though, and it does make me wonder what A-Train will do now. Like, what's going to go on with him in season 4? Is he going to join the boys, or is he going to play a Maeve role now that Maeve is gone? Someone inside Vought needs to leak information, right? Yeah. Starlight is out of Vought too, so maybe that will be A-Train.
And we can see that what happened to what was the team's name? Payback. Payback is happening with Homelander's team. Homelander himself is slowly turning all his allies against him. And those speeches, they don't really help.
Except Neuman, though. He has a real tight alliance with Neuman. Because he sets it up, because he orders Deep to murder the VP candidate.
But I think it's a little different, because the relationship between Homelander and Neuman, she herself said it's very transactional.
You're right. And it was kind of a jump for me, because I just assumed that she was on the left, and then the candidate was on the right.
Dakota Bob?
Yeah, Dakota Bob. I like the actor, by the way. I think he plays the role really well, despite being a minor character. But that does bring interesting question for season 4, though. Because, the best way for a VP to become president is to kill the president. And when no one knows that you can murder people with your eyes, that's a very, very dangerous thing.
There's got to be a reason why she's going for that VP.
No, but I like Neuman in that she's a combination of Homelander and Edgar Stan.
Oh, that's right.
She has the ruthless politics and strategy behind her.
Very smart.
While also being a Supe. And then remember, one thing I was surprised is her daughter not making an appearance.
Yeah, so I'm thinking maybe the creators are like keeping her daughter up the sleeve so they can
I have a feeling
give us a surprise
that she's going to be OP. Like, she's going to be like a super... Because remember... Neuman is Edgar Stan's daughter, and what she learned from her father is to use your child, adoptive or otherwise. Here, you're the VP, and you have a child who loves you, who has superpowers. You're gonna use that. And what I'm scared about is, this is my I have a feeling that Ryan and the kid might fight.
Oh, that's true.
Like a child match, and then what's scary is it's gonna be horrifying, because you know what's more dangerous than a superhero, like who's mentally out of control? A children with superpower, who's not mature enough, obviously, to use these powers.
And it's super disturbing to see children do such brutal things.
No, but
everything's up for grabs, especially in show like The Boys.
Yeah.
And we've seen such disturbing scenes in, the movie Logan. We've seen children kill people in movies. So, of course, they're going to go beyond this.
No, but I would really love a kids match. And the scary thing is these kids are even more powerful than their parents.
Oh, that's right.
Even Ryan, let's say season 4 starts a year or two later, he's gonna grow up.
Yeah, and remember, he flies this time.
Oh yeah,
he couldn't fly.
Yeah,
when we saw him in the previous season, he was in Homelander's arms.
Yeah, that's an upgrade, and we just don't know what Neuman's daughter's power is yet. But I think she's gonna jump to her mother's defense when she's dangerous, and I hope her power complements her mother's, because her mother is more of a range attack. She doesn't really. We don't assume she has the durability of Homelander or Maeve. But if her if she is some kind of Hulk.
Maybe she, since her mother is if you think about it, she attacks her enemies. Maybe she's very gifted at defending.
No, I would like a She-Hulk character.
Create a force field or something. I don't know.
No, I want a straight up She-Hulk. Because we have to think about the heroes we haven't seen so far. We've seen the Flash. We've seen Batman, because Noir was Batman basically.
Yeah. And we've seen Ant-Man.
Yeah, Wonder Woman. So we haven't seen the Hulk. We also haven't seen some of the X-Men characters. We already have Wolverine with Kimiko. Yeah, Aquaman. Bruce. Yo, Deep having a picture of him standing next to King Homelander is sycophantic as fuck.
I love the way he now adds the word "sir."
I know. He's such a even among sycophants, he's the worst.
Oh man, and his ex-wife. publishing a new book in too deep.
The book covered in water. That shit is hilarious. Oh, I also loved Ashley with her bald hair.
Oh, I feel so sorry for her.
I love Ashley.
She pulled all her hair out.
You know, Ashley is basically pulling her hair out for our sins, the audience. So she's like, don't judge her. What would you do if you were in her position?
Man.
No, but like, so that brings up a very good scene about like Homelander playing the mind game. This episode was really good to me. Even his dialogue with Noir, he's like, everybody thinks you're a mystery, but I see through the mask. I've seen your wounds.
I've seen your smile.
Battle scar. Oh yeah,
I know when you lie.
Yeah. No, that was very good. Even his dialogue to Ashley, the casual, take your wig off, and then humiliating her like that just to assert his dominance. And he's not doing that with his superpowers.
Yeah,
like he could use it, but he's just doing like that mental abuse thing, you know. And it's so funny how he's the single person he's nice to is Ryan. Oh, Ryan is everything. Okay, go fuck yourself. I'll kill you later. Oh, Ryan, did you tie your shoes? Like it's like that need for approval. And it's so narcissist of what they think, what the three have talked about, the three generations you think about it. Like the way he brushes aside Butcher. What is he's nothing. He's human. He's not us. He's not one of us. And then Soldier Boy is even a bigger egomaniac. No. It's not us. It's me. Okay, me above you, my grandson that I never met before, little shit. You told me that. I thought he said little twat, but I guess he said little shit. You know?
And you can tell that Soldier Boy and Homelander are fundamentally different in the way that Soldier Boy doesn't really feel loneliness, in my opinion.
Oh, that's a good point.
Because Homelander, he keeps saying that we got each other. You, me, and your grandson. But you can clearly tell that Soldier Boy has no interest in that shit.
I think Butcher's words before was like critical though. Butcher did tell him that he's not your kid. He grew up in a lab. You didn't raise him. And Soldier Boy actually iterates that exact line. So I think, I think Soldier Boy, this is going to sound weird, but I think Soldier Boy is more stupid than Homelander. Like, seriously, though. Like, because Homelander he's very distrustful person. So he actually, because look at prior seasons, he can sometimes outplay the competition, too. But Soldier Boy is just, I feel like he's just a depressed man with a lot of powers. Because he's constantly drinking.
And doing drugs.
Yeah. And then everything he talks about is me. How I was in this movie. How I loved Crimson Countess, but they betrayed him. Never do he ever think about what the other person thought. Because like, we get his version first, right? How they betrayed me. But later, through like Noir's flashback, we kind of got to see what kind of man he is. Oh, okay.
Complete piece of shit.
POS. Like full display. So, I don't know though. I don't know.
But I like the fact that they didn't kill off Soldier Boy.
Oh yeah, I did.
Put him in that little cryo sleep thing.
I think they thought about killing him maybe, but they saw the actor killing it. Because the actor was so good.
Yeah.
Like, hats off to, I forget his name suddenly. He's a fantastic actor, but like, he like being a handsome, like Superman-esque character, like he showed so many dimensions in such few scenes. Like one time he's jerking off to two maids. Other time he's like, because that father dialogue was really good. You know, because I think this show is really good at that. Like this show is good at showing the human side of every character at key moments. Yeah. No matter how much, how evil or perceived as evil they are.
So I'm guessing that Soldier Boy still has a role to play in the future.
And she's under Grace, right?
Yeah. I like the fact that he's back in control under Grace Mallory.
That's good though, because I love Grace Mallory, the character, because she reminds me a lot of Edgar Stan. She doesn't have any superpower, but everybody is respects her. You know, so like I feel like maybe Soldier Boy will be like making an arrangement with CIA. You know, because think about it, they can put him in an X-Men suit basically, and have the Nova chick ready if he disobeys. they can just shoot it up. So maybe they'll use him as a weapon. Like it reminded me a lot of that StarCraft 2 opening scene where the Tychus Finley, the Marine, gets like locked in his Marine suit, but it's a prison. So maybe they'll make a contraption for Soldier Boy where they can manipulate him, where if he disobeys, they can just spin in the Novichok right away.
Yeah, just like what we see in Suicide Squad.
Because he's so powerful. Like, the last episode kind of made me confused because it almost seemed like he was as powerful as Homelander. Like, because he handled, like, it was nothing. Like...
Or I'm thinking maybe it's because Homelander was kind of emotionally shook.
Oh, but I love Mother Milk's line too. You have nothing. You're not a fucking superhero. You piece of shit. You have nothing. I just like he's such a like emotional revenge thing.
He had been waiting a long time
to say that.
That's right.
You're fucking nothing, bitch. He's fucking gassing him. No, but like. Is Soldier Boy? I guess Soldier Boy is immune to his own beams. You know, that's surprising. And then I guess it doesn't kill superheroes.
And I'm thinking maybe Grace Mallory and the researchers are going to reverse engineer whatever that beam.
Oh, that's such a good theory.
And I'm pretty sure they're going to make a weapon out of it, out of the thing.
Like anti-V.
Yeah, anti-compound V ray or something.
Oh, that's interesting. Because the Russians did something. We just don't know what it is yet, right?
And I'm pretty sure that Grace Mallory and her team is going to figure it out.
No, that's good. That's going to be a good scene. I did feel sad for Butcher losing his power, though. I feel like it's not going to come back. I did like him with the I-beams a lot.
Yeah, and now we know that his time, well, everybody is, but his time is limited now.
That's. I guess they're thinking of up to season 5 or 4, I think. That's why because 18 to 12 months. So I think that will make him even more desperate.
I think maybe instead of the temp V, he will eventually take the real compound V.
Oh, right.
Because now what does he have to lose?
No, that's true.
He's basically on borrowed time. He's got like 18 months left. What did the doctor say?
12 to 18 months.
12 to 18 months?
Oh, but like that's a kind of a dangerous zone, though. Like, because if he takes it, like we as an audience, like can ask, like all of you can take it. Like, why does a Mother's Milk, Frenchie or Huey take it, you know?
I think that's why Mother's Milk had that line.
Yeah.
There's a line that we just cannot cross.
No, that's why I like that line. And that makes the boys have a certain moral high ground, despite the terrible stuff they do. And so, I don't know.
We can clearly tell that Butcher doesn't really give a fuck. There are no rules for Butcher.
No, but like I think like right now, he just lost Ryan to Homelander. So he's completely unhinged even. Like, the only thing holding him back is Huey. Like, the only thing. But what I'm really looking forward is Starlight going Super Saiyan 2. Like it'll be so funny. Like, you said nuclear power plant, right? Once she does that, her hair changes like to a thunder form, thunder cloud all forming around her. Like, I think
and all this like bolt like going across her body.
Yeah, they could have made it funny too, like the alien, like world's end scene. Like, so that's because if she can do that, like if she can absorb more power, I think she can maybe even hurt like Homelander. Like, that would be good. Because Homelander needs some challenge. Like, I feel like right now Ryan is the only one that can like actually fight him, I guess, with Soldier Boy in a cryo tank or whatever. So they need to like up somebody's power, and Starlight's makes sense.
I'm now trying to guess. Eventually, I'm pretty sure Butcher will somehow get Ryan back. But I'm thinking, what's going to trigger that? What kind of event?
I don't know. I think Aunt Mallory will play a role. Aunt Grace. Because I think he trusts Aunt Grace more than...
Butcher.
Yeah, because Butcher's barely there. And then, but one thing that confused me about Ryan, though, was like... Ryan said, aren't you mad at me? Like, I thought he meant killing Stormfront. But I guess they're talking about Becca. But I guess he doesn't know that Homelander never really cared for Becca. She was just basically
Okay, that's a good point. So maybe eventually Homelander is gonna mess up and say something that completely dismisses Becca.
Oh yeah,
and Ryan's gonna be like, "What the fuck did he just say?"
Yeah, because like Homelander doesn't care for Becca. She's just like, to him, she's just the container for his eggs. Remember that line with Maeve? I'm gonna get your eggs out. Like his view on women. Well, actually, he's not even sexist. He's like Magneto on cocaine. Like it's like everything not like soup is like insects. Like, and they can be used to bring out other gods, but like it's the way Zeus birthed Hercules, basically. Yeah, the wife, whatever. Come here, son. Yeah, join Olympus. That's my son. What about your mother? Yeah, your mother can fuck herself, mortal. So like, but I guess that will come back. But I did love like. I do want like Aunt Grace to have a bigger role, like as a planner or whatever. Because right now the problem with the boys is everyone's challenging Butcher's leadership, right? Yeah. So who's perfect to fill in as like a supervisor? Isn't it Grace? Probably. Like she's like the most competent boss, it seems. Because I like a flashback. Because like she's like really competent,
and she was really young at the time. That Nicaragua scene.
Also to Grace, Ryan is like her grandchildren that got burned, right? I remember.
Yeah, that's right. So there's that.
Yeah, I wish they would play that up more. They didn't this season, but I wish like Grace would have very protective thing over Ryan.
So she's got to be more attached to him.
than
most people realize.
Yeah, I guess the season didn't explore that too much, but I would love that angle. It kind of gives Grace the redemption arc too, because she couldn't protect her grandchildren, and she sees Ryan as that surrogate grandchild. And I don't know, that would be interesting.
And one thing I was a little disappointed at was how little Frenchie and Kimiko had to do with this episode. Yes, Kimiko had that moment in the lab killing those soldiers, but
I don't know. I felt like
I was expecting more.
I felt like she already had that moment when she assassinated that Russian oligarch. It was like I felt like it was unnecessary, and I guess they're trying to bring that Nina character back because I guess she's up to something.
Yeah, so we can tell that even Frenchie is now. He has decided to rebel against Butcher's leadership.
Oh, that shit! No, but that scene was funny though. This cake will remain open. We want paid vacation, and everyone's like, "Not now, okay?" No, that was kind of funny though. And the Kimiko's like nodding. Yeah, fuck it. Tell him, my man. Tell him. Tell that fucker. No, but I don't know. Like, but I don't know. But up to season 2, Butcher was like the leader though. But maybe this will be interesting in season 4 if Butcher and Annie like compete for leadership. Because like Annie makes sense as another potential like leader candidate. Because remember in the Herogasm episode, like she calmed down. You know, so she has like those qualities.
Yeah, she has this way of commanding people in a very persuasive way.
Yeah. And she doesn't use violence or whatever. Like even when she talks to Maeve, she uses her genuine like a concern for others. And so I guess in season 4 what would be interesting is like Butcher's like scorched earth versus Annie's play by the rule fight will be really interesting. Except Annie also doesn't play by the rule when it's like desperate. She's like, fuck this shit. Fuck you, Nazi bitch. And then fuck you sexist, you racist fuck. Oh, okay, MM said that line. But that was funny still. So like that will be, I think, another angle going forward. Because she's Annie now, I guess. She's not Starlight anymore.
She even threw away her uniform, her boots.
And she knows Neuman is a soup, so like I mean, if she leaked that stuff about Homelander, I guess she could leak that about Neuman too.
That's true. And we already saw from their previous confrontation that she's not really afraid of her anymore. Yeah, if you want to kill me, then go ahead and kill me.
No, but Neuman did bleed her nose, which implies that if she used her full power, like she can hurt like everybody besides Homelander, I guess. Like, because other soups, when she fought her childhood friend, she just blew his face off, like half of it. Oh, but there is a weakness to Neuman's power, though. You can just cover her eyes.
Ah, that's true.
Like, it has a downside. You have to be a surprise attack. And we did see Homelander gouge Maeve's eyes out. So I guess if Neuman fucks around, somebody can boo, and then no more power. Like that blind guy.
Oh, that's right.
So there's weakness there. I guess anyway, oh man. It was
yeah, overall, let's wrap this up. I think overall it was a great season. Not a single episode disappointed me. Well, that's an understatement. Not every episode was super entertaining for me. And it brought in some fresh characters into the show, especially Soldier Boy and the Payback team. And yes, they still managed to make us feel very disturbed in creative ways. So I thought it was a very strong season.
Very strong. Yeah. And the big question going forward for me is, if you notice, every season they always introduce a new superhero that's like pivotal to the plot. Like it was Stormfront in season 2. It was Soldier Boy this season. In season 1, it didn't count because we were introduced newly to Homelander. So season 4, besides Ryan and the usual players, I do hope they introduce interesting like superheroes with interesting superpowers, like something we haven't seen. Because one of my favorite like superheroes this season was that Mind guy.
Oh yes.
Yeah, like he's like a demented version of Professor X.
Mindstormer or something.
Yeah. He's like a demented version of Professor X. But I do want more like psychological stuff, something more like that. You know, because we've seen a flyman get shot down by a rocket. So like the physical thing is not interesting. I think they have to up the ante a little bit. Like mind control will be interesting. Like completely terrorizing that stuff. You know, because we're about to talk about Stranger Things after this podcast. But the reason why 11 is scary is not just this. It's because she can go into your mind.
Yeah, that's right.
So like that would be interesting. But this season has for me been spectacularly awesome. Like last finale, it's not perfect, but I'll give it like basically a 9 out of 10, which is like awesome.
Yeah,
I would do that.
I would do too.
I would watch this season again. In lots of ways, it's better than season 2. Lots of ways, it's also lacking. So it was interesting because I felt like story-wise, season 2 was better.
Yeah,
like especially with the Becca and the Stormfront angle thing. But this season has been more like entertaining for me. It's like a roller coaster thing that never stops.
And what I liked about this season was the development in characters that we did not expect to see. Like what's his name, A-Train.
Okay, A-Train was also like for me. A-Train was the favorite.
Yeah,
like I do want him to have a redemptive arc. And Deep continues to be the joke. I don't expect any changes whatsoever. Like. He's like a demented, like he's like a disturbed version of Don Quixote, where he never learns, but he's not sympathetic at all. Okay, maybe he's a little sympathetic though.
He's sympathetic to his fish friends.
Oh yeah, but he did fuck an octopus, and
remember he also ate one.
Oh, you're right. Oh man, that
he was forced to eat one.
No, but Homelander made him eat it, but I guess he could have said no. No, but. Anyway, that's our take on The Boys Season 3. I hope you liked it too. If you like our take, please press like and subscribe. And we're going to be back in about 5 to 10 minutes, and we're going to talk about Stranger Things Season 4. Thank you. I was Joe.
I was Won-Jin.
See you next time.